Pick up a 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun, here's Moon. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Marty!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And now running right through it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
No, check, Patriot!
On 1st down, it's Moon. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Again to Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
He gets this one away, and, boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Back to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 43 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Detroit!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 8th. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Moon. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Moon. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Gone.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. The pitch goes to Barkley, and they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 21-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Gone!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on 2nd down, Moon. Throws right side, and that's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Moon. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Moon. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Detroit!
They'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now here come the Cowboys. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10. Moon. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Moon. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 3rd down, Moon. He's going to wind up and air it out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back to throw now in his own end zone. They'll roll him out right. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Over the middle to Beckham. And they work this out past the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Typically down to the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The give is to Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A second quarter score from Carson. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Blue 90.
They go to Elliott again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Escapes the sack. And some room to roam now. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. How fun will it be to watch Barkley and Elliott go at it twice a year? Here's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off left, Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Moon. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
They'll have a 1st down and more. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They come out here in the I. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are able to make things a bit more respectable. Bailey got the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, you know, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Moon. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 30 yards there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They start on the ground with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On 3rd down, Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages. That's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. I got him. Motion.
Elliott, toss right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Elliott. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the choke code.
I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your graveside.